Hey, this is Andrea, also known as Andy, and today I wanted to go right into our topic and energy spark your day with a topic that we're going to talk about because there are many things that we try to do to keep our energy high and to live a healthy life, and it's a struggle because there's a lot of information out there, there's a lot of products out there. And if you start to realize what works for you, you also need to realize that we have to live on a budget in order to be healthy. And I was just talking about this with one of my friends earlier today about how everyone needs a budget. So I just wanted to talk about a few things that I think you should watch out for or eliminate. Sometimes people will spend money on these things to satisfy one of their senses, and then because of this reason, now we don't know what extra things are being introduced to our body or into our life or even into our digestive tract. So I'm going to cover these 5 things, but before I cover these 5 things, I also want to share with you guys that I'm going to be doing a booty builder course. So if you are interested in building your booty or building your hamstrings, your glutes, your back strength, also your core strength, definitely DM me so that you can try out the Booty Builder class starting in November. I am so excited for the Booty Builder because it'll be easy for you to either hop onto a Zoom or meet in person if you're in South Carolina or if I happen to be in California, and we will be able to do Booty Builder 3 times a week because who doesn't want to build their booty? And honestly, there's so many things that you can do, but we end up doing nothing. So I want to be committed to, so we don't wait until New Year to build a better booty. I want us to start in November. Hi, girl. So I wanted to also mention that at the beginning of the year, I really love to do workplace wellness. I obviously really enjoy working with groups of people to improve their wellness because I think it affects so much of how your performance will be the rest of the year. And this year, I'm already jumping ahead. In 2021, I had 3 businesses that I worked with that did amazing in their workplace wellness program, and they also have gotten good results, and they're also going to hopefully enroll again for the 2022 classes. A lot of them have split and have their new offices, and I'm just so proud of all their accomplishments at this point because you can see that when people put in the effort to having all the sections in their life in order, it works, right? Like if you're a financial expert and that's your expertise, share that knowledge because people around you might share knowledge with you about health, about marketing, right? Some people are genius at these things and all we need to do is share conversation. So that's my announcement number 2. Last announcement before we go into the 5 things to watch out for or eliminate. I'm going to show you guys a quick preview. Whoa, these things. Okay, so one-on-one coaching is one of the things that I've realized is so on my heart. So if you haven't had a one-on-one coaching with me, definitely DM me so that you can have your first Energy Spark session. The Energy Spark sessions leaves you by the end of the session feeling energized, having clarity, having focus, and really it comes down to what it is that you need to improve on in your life, and we go from there. So that's it for the announcement. So I want to cover the 5 things to watch out for because first of all, one of the things that a lot of people use on a daily basis is actually something to give them energy, right? So this is just an example, and something to give you energy is one of the most common questions that I get as an energy coach. How do I get more energy? And a lot of people's first response is what? Caffeine, right? Caffeine is one of the things to watch out for because it can trigger your immune system. Okay, sometimes when we're stressed out, we're already in the fight or flight, but if we actually don't pay attention to our natural energy versus our forced energy, our forced energy is going to have a larger impact on our immune system. So if you know people that drink a lot of coffee, please let them know, hey, maybe you should limit a little bit of your caffeine intake just to see where your natural energy levels are, because that is huge, okay? Also, a lot of coffees, this is a good one actually. It's not a bad one. Like, this is a good brand, and you can make it at home with some, if you like regular milk, if you like almond milk, any type of other creamer is fine. The difference is that some of these other bottled type of coffees, or going through Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, all these other different types of coffee mixed drinks have a ton of sugar. So please watch out for these, because when they have a ton of sugar, you're not getting just coffee. You're not getting the detox effects that coffee has been known for. You're actually getting a ton of sugar and a ton of additives that could be triggering, again, your immune system. So one of the other things that I wanted to share with you guys to watch out for, that doesn't have to do with food, but does have to do with your health, are these air dryer sheets that people use, okay? So these, I like the smell of these. They're not completely perfume. This one says 100% free of perfumes and dyes. This is a huge thing. I've had a lot of asthma clients, and I'll make some health, like food changes for them, and it does improve, but sometimes their asthma doesn't fully recover. And I started to realize it's because of these types of things that we have on our clothes. So sometimes people have sensitivities, like this has no perfumes and dyes, and it still smells. So like, I smell it, I'm sensitive to that sense. So if you start to realize that you might have reactions to some type of detergent or dryer sheets or some type of additive that you have to your clothing or to your washing, definitely watch out for that, because that has been known to trigger a lot of asthma, and to also, for a lot of people that have like rosacea or psoriasis, sometimes they realize that it's because of these types of sheets. Okay, so any of the things that you're using that are going to be on your clothing is very important to notice if that's going to affect your skin or your immune system. Again, right? The next thing that I wanted to talk about are all of these kind of diet type of, or meal replacement, or, calorie, how to reach your macros type of thing. So this right off the bat tells you it has 15 grams of protein, which is it's not bad. I'm not saying that this is a bad choice. The main reason why I'm saying to watch out for this is because a lot of people start to turn to meal replacements in order of real food. And this does affect your microbiota, so your digestive tract. If you've done a little bit of health research already, you'll come to find out really quickly that the digestive tract is like a second brain. The way that you eat and the things that you eat affect your digestive tract and the bacteria in there and how you feel. So a lot of times people will start to realize that they're missing fiber. So this is the reason why this company got really, really popular, was because their bars and their meal replacements, they don't call any of them really meal replacements. They're all bars. They actually included fiber. So their dietary fiber for this one is 9 grams. So this is a great option, but remember, don't replace food. Like, you still need to have food, and I remind myself this too, because sometimes I'm so busy I don't get a chance to spend more than 2 hours in the kitchen in a week. So I do try to meal prep. If I don't meal prep, I'm probably having something like this just to make sure I hit my macros. So one of the main things with this was that with the 9 grams of fiber, you want to watch out for. Okay, why you want to watch out for this? Because if you have too much fiber, you might be going to the bathroom too often. Or if you don't have enough, you may be having too much protein or too much fat, right? So if you're one of those people that tries to cut out carbohydrates, you want to be careful too and cautious that you are actually hitting your fiber goals. Okay, so one of the things that they're using in here to have fiber, which is the other thing that I wanted to talk about, is soluble corn fiber. So a lot of times when people are using fiber, they're adding fiber into something, it's usually coming from corn. And if you know that you can't have corn, or your digestive tract doesn't handle corn very well, it's up to you to look at the ingredients, because corn fiber is used a lot in a lot of things. So that's the only other thing that I wanted to watch out for on these, because a lot of the meal replacement or bars or protein, what do they call this one? Protein cookie. We call it protein cookie. So when it comes to these, it really comes down to knowing how much or what ingredients they are using for fiber, because it is important to have it, but also notice that if it's affecting the way that your digestive tract is. The next thing I wanted to talk about is toothpaste. It's kind of random, but also something that you ingest on a daily basis if you do brush your teeth every day. This one says specifically here, made without parabens, SLS, and artificial flavors. One of the main things when it comes to toothpaste is that some people have more sensitive teeth than other people, and that's okay. You know, again, people have different teeth types, I guess you could say, or densities. I'm not really sure. My dentist friends will know. But what the other thing too for this, it says it's made without parabens, which is one of the things that they've removed out of hair products also. And another thing, they've removed preservatives and dyes. So sometimes these are very expensive, is what I'm trying to get at. So watch out for how much you're paying for something that is a healthier option. Although this is a healthier option, I wouldn't pay more than $4 for this. The quality of it was not very good. I'm still on the fluoride-free thing. I'm not saying that other people should. I just feel like I don't know why we keep adding fluoride to everything. Just saying. And then with the plastic microbeads, I found that out about a lot of the skincare products, that they have a lot of plastic microbeads that actually go through the barrier of our skin. I don't use any of that stuff. So anything that you're using like this, just watch out for, and, you know, eliminate if it costs too much, honestly. Like, there's other options that you can have. If it's like $7 for a toothpaste, I think you're paying a little too much. But do your research. Last thing I want to talk about, I think that was 5. Yes, 5. So, I guess I'm doing promo for Quest today, I guess. Quest came out with these protein chips, which are pretty cool. Again, they have their protein blend, and I haven't tried this flavor yet. Chili lime, it just sounded interesting. And they were on the stand on the way out from my store that I go to, Publix, shout out. But one of the main things is that they talk about no added soy ingredients. So one of the reasons to watch out for soy ingredients is because some research came out that people had affected their hormones because of the amount of soy that they intake. I really feel like there's some people that soy works better for, and there's other people that soy doesn't work as well for. I just think it's also like with fish and beef. If you take the time and the effort to log your food and to see what food works for you and what works better for your energy, then you'll see what actually works. Also, I have done a food intolerance test. Soy wasn't on there, so I know that I can actually have soy and my immune system isn't necessarily going to react to it. So that's also another option. And so I like that they mentioned that about no added soy ingredients, and also that it's baked and never fried. So this is another great option when you're kind of on the go. And I understand a lot of people are. I am too. But also something to like get a little bit more variety in the way that you're eating healthy. I feel like when I start to really talk to people who are more into the bodybuilding industry, or even just busy people, you don't eat more than 10 different things a week. Like, we're such habitual people, and we're such habitual when it comes to, especially the older we get, we have routines and we have our likings. So we'll go to the same restaurants, we'll have the same foods, we'll have, so it's okay to throw in some diversity. So what I would say is eliminate those things that you already know aren't good for you. Like, if you feel gross after having a bag of potato chips from Lay's or whatever, don't eat them anymore. Eliminate them. Replace them with something else that you think can actually be a little bit better. The second thing here is that this doesn't have as much sodium as most chips and things have. So a lot of times when people eat chips, they get really, really thirsty. And then they're like, oh, when I drink more water, I have to pee a lot. It really comes down to how much sodium you're having too. If you're having a lot of sodium, you're going to have to go to the bathroom a lot. If you aren't having a lot of sodium and you're having like a normal amount of water, you shouldn't have to be going to the bathroom a lot, and you could still drink 1 gallon a day. So that's it for the 5 things to watch out for or eliminate. I hope you guys like this. Give it a little like, give it a little thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions about these things, or if you've noticed. The next thing, or the additional thing, was kind of like sunscreens, lotions, these things that you're actually going to be also putting onto your body or eating, right? These things are important to watch out for, because if you are paying a good amount of money for something like a toothpaste, a healthy toothpaste, or a healthy lotion, and you realize that it's not that healthy, well, why should we spend money on that? But it does take a little bit extra research. And if you know anyone who has asthma or something like that, let them know. Check your laundry detergents. Check the things that sometimes even people's body sprays activate their asthma, and they have a response to that. So, and then I know that these healthy foods replacements are really trendy, but they can get really expensive. So make sure that what you're having is actually being absorbed by your body and not just causing you a lot of money and stomach aches. All right, thank you guys so much for joining in. This is Andrea with Energy Spark, and I'm definitely going to be starting to do a few interviews with amazing people and just bring up the energy before the end of the year. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.